Okay. Next part, self-test. Nope. Don't care about this anymore. I don't even know if I have. Could just do. Could switch accounts, maybe. What is it? Templates too? Oh, no. Deduction aliases. So ways of getting between types and converting and whatnot. Okay. Well, I don't need to put this. Okay. Yo. Okay, these are the questions. Okay, cool. Yo, why are they... Oh, why is it showing answers? Huh? Bro, why is it showing the answers? I just have to watch this and then... Okay. Yeah, we don't have a semicolon here, so it's going to flag there's an error here. We're inserting input here. Again, another semicolon after extraction. And then no parentheses around the condition. So it's going to say, like, if x... It doesn't... Yeah. Two semicolons and a fucking parentheses, yo. Which header card pattern is recommended? Pragma once or if not defined. I think we do both, but I think Pragma once is a shorthand. But same shit. Ish. I don't really know the differences though. Yeah, if defined and if true or false. Compile time constants? Yes, because constant expression variables have to be everything inside them must be known at compile time. Means they're constant. So, well, they must be known at compile time and also constant, unchangeable. That way it can continue to be constant expression throughout its whole use. So all that is required before you even create one. So yeah, it's like a literal. A literal, you can't reference where it was, so it can't be changed. Therefore, it's okay to be for use initializing a constant expression variable. Yeah. And it's so that the compiler can use all of its various compile time optimizations. So taking it in variable substitution, so taking the variable and then just substituting with its literal value. So anytime it's used anywhere, it's replaced with the value. So like if gravity is a constant expression variable that's in line inside a header file, and it's 9.82 meters a second squared, whatever, 9.8 we'll just say. Or 9.82 is fine. It just replaces G with 9.82 everywhere. Constant, yes, true. The value of result. Oh. The result is 5 plus 6. It's 11. And it's because this is a postfix versus a prefix for the increment operator. If we're doing the increment operation. Which means in a postfix, the increment happens after evaluating, whereas with a prefix, it happens before. So first we evaluate to 5, to whatever it is, 5, and then add so it's now 6. And then we add to 5. Oh, sorry. It's actually 12. That was stupid. So this is evaluating to 5, and then we're incrementing it to be 6. And then we are, okay, so this actually wouldn't have mattered. This result, actually, hold on, let me see. Because all this should be happening before the assignment. So this should be 5 plus plus. Okay, so it would matter whether this is this or not, but yeah. So this is 5 plus. This becomes 6. So 5 plus 6 plus plus. So 7, so it's 12. Oh, well, oh. Undefined behavior. Really? That's what I would guess, but really? Undefined? I mean, you'd want some parentheses here. Oh, and the problem here is because like we're adding something and then it seems like we would be adding and then assigning, but it could be adding and then I could understand how it could be undefined, but I would guess that it would be 12 because this is 5, but then it becomes 6, but here it's evaluated to 5, plus it's 6 here, so now it's 7, evaluated to 7, so 5 plus 7. But, oh. What happens if we do that? Is there an error? We'll just say, okay, x is 2. Excuse me. Oops, x is so it is just undefined. There's no warnings or errors. This is 2 plus 4. This is 2 that becomes 3 plus 3 that becomes 4. 4. 2 plus 4, 6. Yeah. Surprised it's undefined, but I guess not. What's wrong with this function declaration? Oh. We're assigning in here? I mean, this looks fine, this looks fine. That we're assigning something to be. So we're not just declaring, we're actually initializing B here. And I don't know if you're actually allowed to do that. I've never tried to do that. Because it means when you call this guy, it's going to be something weird with the call. Default parameters must come last. So it would have to be A, C, the last one would have to be that. But if it was all, I guess maybe it could be fine. A default parameter? Oh, well, this is just going to have an error when I try and output any of them, so I guess it's possible you can do that. Well, what happens if I call it, though? So this one would have to be that. Okay, so that's the issue here. So we could do int c, and then int b is 3. But then they're just unreferenced. Oh, that's just because it's a warning. Okay. Never seen a default parameter. I don't know why you would want to do that. You may as well just... If it's defaulting to something and then you're... I don't know if you're replacing it. You must be replacing it because these variables are created and then we assign value to them. So it means that here, whatever happens here must be coming first. Comes into existence, default initialized, and then boom. Or I guess it's pointed out and then it's initialized with the value. But here, it's pointed out, it's initialized with 0, and then we override it later on and assign it. Good. Yeah, we got some static action I was about to say. Alright, static counts to 0. Well, it didn't need to be 0. It could have just been value initialized to 0 instead of copy assigned or copy initialized. So we call this guy one time. And we output 1, and then we call him again, it outputs 2. Yep. To conditional operator? What do you mean conditional operator? What are you talking about? You're talking about the ternary operator? Are you just saying temperature greater than 30, question mark, cold, colon, warm? Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we're just assigning a string to the value. So drink is temperature greater than 30, question mark. Is it true? Cold. Otherwise, no. Wait, what? Bro, this makes no sense. If it's greater than 30, it's cold. If not, then it's warm. If it's false, it doesn't, that's just like spaghetti, bro. What is that? Why are you cheating? Which loop runs 10 times? 0 through 9 compared to... Bro, what the fuck is that? Oh, this is just an integer and then a while loop and then that. This is 0, and this is running at 0 up through 10. Oh, yeah, no, this is 11. Oh, it's A. 8.10. Is this even putting anything? Oh. Match the error type? Bro, what are you talking about? Oh, if you try to output an undefined variable? What? Bro. If you try and output an undefined variable. Oh, well, yeah, you're referring to something that doesn't exist. I guess that would make sense. You're referring to something that's undefined. Which is better for error messages? Standard character. I mean, we use character output for most things, but I mean, it would make sense for you to do V. Standard character error. Standard character output. Or error. Character error. Processors and headers. So we're defining what? Oh, define square. Oh, interesting. So we can actually define that. Are you sure? I'm defining this text to be that. Would I want to do that? Seems like if I replace it with square x, then it replaces it with that, but I don't know if I could necessarily put in a number here. Because why would this know that x is an integer or anything? Or what? Why are we including header guards? We're including header guards because if I include a header file into one file, I'm literally including the code, which includes any definitions, and it includes decorations to the same to stuff, the things that are defined elsewhere in my file. And if I include that multiple times, anything that's been defined is going to be multiply defined. And the odds are some shit's been defined in that. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's only everything only has a for declaration and there are no constants. If there are any constants, if they're not inline, we get an issue. Even if we get inline, we get an issue. Yeah, we can't have multiple definitions within a single file. And I don't think we can have multiple declarations. Let's see what happens. So if we say, what happens if we just do this? Void test int a. Oh, it's actually fine. Maybe some of it's wrong, but it seems like the main issue is to prevent redefinition. Multiple inclusion. If you include the stuff multiple, it seems like it's the definitions that are getting you. I think that's the answer here. This test is kind of shit. It really is shit, actually. I'm not going to say test me anymore. I'm going to say quiz. What? Oh, well, initialize this guy. Value initialize into 0 at least. Yeah. What's more maintainable? Bro. Hello? This question is fucking retarded. You may as well just do const expression. Why are you doing constant seconds per hour? We know this shit already. Bro. Expert level? Bro, this is just retarded. This is just stupid. This quest. Quest? Quiz? Jesus, bro, what am I doing? I'll paste this so it... Cool. But that was way too fast. I think it's not... Is it not doing pro? Are you sure? Oh, these are answers. Okay. The purpose of a statement in C++? Statement is an individual instructions for the you to assign value to the variable. Initialize a variable. Initialize. Define and initialize variable with a value. Call a function. So, a single line comment. Initialization is assigning a value to a variable at the point of its definition. Assignment is assigning value after definition. That format initialization x 3. Assignment is x. X is 3. 4. Then character output outputs characters on the characters within the right operand of the insertion operator. To the output buffer, which, depending on the end line character, standard end line versus this guy. Bro, what the fuck am I doing? With when, depending on the inline character, it flush to the terminal. Initialize variables so they can be used or referenced. Used so their values can be used instantly. At least the value initialized to avoid errors calling or referencing them. Avoid warnings with garbage where they keep the value that their memory or teacher had before they were created. Instantiated? Or identifier? Identifiers. They're variable names. Fuck, bro. There's like shit in my nose, man. God. Identifiers. Identifier is a variable name, but it's also a function name. It's also an object name. Identifiers are names that allow us to refer to or to reference and or call objects, variables, functions in memory. And conflicts are issues because the compiler won't know which identifier we want to use. i.e., which place in memory to do shit with. Call this or call that. Either there or over there. So, literal littles are unnamed or unnamed / unidentified values. Okay. 5 or like 6. Initialize X with the literal 5. Excuse me. Something like that. Don't think we can access wherever, where literal. For inmate, we need input and output first. Programs. This is fine. I can do it in here. We include input and output. Need character output. And then I'll just do it this way. Whatever. Okay. Nine value returning functions return return. I mean, void is apparently a type. Non-void real value to the location to be evaluated whenever e square triple num tripled integer 3 times parameter to its call to the evaluated expression and maybe used or not. Cool. Well, an expression is an expression statement. It could be an expression statement because we're calling a function. But I mean, if the expression statement is function call, so we describe the what the fuck? Describe the return. I'm typing how I'm talking or something. Oh, void functions return void. So nothing. No place in memory. No. They don't return a value called hidden sound effect. Well, if their importance is within them. Don't return nothing, yo. Function parameters are local variables of functions that are created when the function is called and assigned an argument with matching arguments in the function call. Oops, I meant to say initialize. Local scope is the bounds within which an identifier can be used specifically for identifiers to determine function. Create integer x in a function can only be used to then map function because of local scope. Other sections cannot access x from this function. Local scope because variables have automatic duration where they are created upon definition and destroyed after the end of scope. There should be yes hidden closing states. So board declarations helpful. 1. Access definitions from other source files that are present to define the definitions. File calling them from. And 2. They help even for single files by define functions when we want the bottom of the file and use them before there. Including prototype /core declaration at the top. Tell the compiler, yo, motherfucker, these are valid. So be happy. And the linker is well, really the linker isn't doing it that. Oh, yes it is, because the linker matches the definitions. So I think that is the case here. Header guards prevent header files from being included multiple times in one file, which will yield errors if we happen to find something in the header file, since we get redefined in the same file once, meaning it included multiple types. Namespaces solve name conflicts within the same scope. Create 2x integers with a global namespace, 2 non-taunt x integers in a global namespace. I think cross-qualifying might make it unique. Maybe the linkage changes. Maybe. I guess not. Probably not. It probably still doesn't. Yeah, I can say int x 3 and then constant x is 4. Oh. Yeah, okay, so there's your definition. It's just It's just a qualifier. It's not an actual different type. It's not enough. No! You motherfucker, dude. No, bro, I didn't copy that. What the fuck are you saying? Bro. Oh, yeah, we wouldn't even care for different types. Well, syntax errors catches them always. And they're rules to the language. Semantic errors are errors of meaning. Compiler may or may not consider warning error if their syntax is valid as misunderstanding of the assumption. Perhaps, well, no, I'm not going to provide, well, an example, like forgetting fault or like forgetting switch, forgetting breaks in a switch. Forgot about fault. Valid but wrong. Breakpoints stop execution at a line of the breakpoint. Run code at a point and examine value basic debugging tactics. Watching local variables, breakpoints, stepping into to examine full flow execution. Skipping, oh, I think it might be okay. Call stack, covers how many calls beyond which function is currently in, which function called this one, or which one called this one, and so on. Who needs to finish this one first? Who needs to finish the return? And in what order? Return to main, then main, okay. Allocating half their memory to the each side. Only all memory values right at 0. full of instruments. Size of the standard size P of the object parameter would be object void unsigned, the void wraparound errors. Please increment from 4.3 billion on a standard 4-byte 32-bit unsigned in. We get fucking 1, yo, 0. If we decrement from 0, we get 4.3 billion. Oh, great, that's what we want. Don't use them hoes for calculators. Yo. What? Oh. True, false. Could be 0 or 1 in integer form. Or true, false tip. Not using, oh yeah. True or false. Doesn't it have an error? Thing? Bull thing 1. Maybe not. Bro? No. Cool? Yeah. This just helps readability. Okay. Could do automatic implicit text conversion. Saying nothing. It might get errors if there's like 4.3, 4.2 to 4. Which is in losing precision slash this. Could do static cast force compiler root and or proceed with. Want 24 const variable name sorry. Oh well, we'll just declare. Little unnamed. I mean, it seems like that's the main part. Unnamed constants, and at least C-style strings are created on program start and disturb and append the static duration. Maybe, not sure if all literals are. I think that's it. Name versus unnamed. We don't know what unnamed are in memory. Can't access location of unnamed. Special variables are constant variables that are must be initialized with values known as compile that are also constant. i.e. compile time constant. Subject to a also allow / make the compiler perform more optimizations than cost or non-cost variables. Optional for those. So, standard string views are standard string view is a data type that allows us to view a standard string at a given location in memory with the inability to change it to the standard string view. This is helpful because we can pass a view of the standard string without expensively copying it. Operator precedence is effectively the order of operations for operators. If assignment happens before or after addition. Plus increment operator, which can be a postscript, right-hand operator, or a prefix, left-hand operator. This affects when the operand is evaluated. Before or after operator operates. Equivalency operator, which returns a boolean, which is the binary equivalency operator. Return a boolean if the left and right hands are equal. Oh, I'm getting tired. My right eye isn't functioning right. It's like just isn't opening back up after I close it. Fucking tripping. Operator. Oops, this guy versus this guy. The assignment operator is the. Yeah, it's also binary. Assignment operator, which assigns the value of the right operator to the left right operand to the left operand. 31. Conditional / ternary operator looks like condition, question mark, true, value if true, value if false. emphasize the condition if a complex expression, or if a complex operation with an operand and operators. Excuse me. Logical operators are comparison operators, like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. They all return booleans based on how the operands compare. Variable shadow, fuck me. Variable shadowing isn't doing it. I remember that. It was a fun game. Variable shadowing is when you have a variable that's in greater slash parent scope. And we create a variable within local scope. Plus rules. Let's see. When we have when a local variable is prioritized over is when a variable found in parent scope is prioritized in reference over a parent slash outer scope. Okay. Global variable. Let's see. We call identifier identically named variable. We call the identifier. We call the identifier. Compiler says call the local one. Or over other. Then I have to use this solution operator often to access the other. Global scope S or namespace. So before internal linkage means the variable slash function isn't visible to the linker and is only usable in the current file. Forward declarations prototype to it and other files won't find it. Non-const global variables are discouraged because if they're changed, by a file, easy to miss, and difficult to, well, because it can be changed by anything, and there's no way to know where is the change. Let's do a call to the thing. No, which call is the culprit. Static local variables are local variables that are created at runtime, or at runtime or at program start instead of when the function is called. They're initialized with 0 or a blank value, like this for a standard string, and initialized once their function is not initialized again, and thereby persist between calls. So we could call a static for a function multiple times that increments x, and x value will continue incrementing instead of being reset to its initialized value. 7. If statements are good when conditions are ranges, and they execute once the statement if their execute their condition is true. Their matching else statement if statement is not true. It's good for known values, or comparing this condition to many known values. Switch statements compare their condition to many known values, not ranges, like case, not ranges. And the reason is the if statements we're using multiple conditions, but the switch statement only has one condition. And it's if it's this or this or this or this. Not if it's greater than this or greater than this or greater than this or greater than this. Well, they could if it's equal to this or if it's equal to this or if it's equal to this. Explicit known values, not ranges. Why is the switch case better for the other options? I mean, it's way more succinct or concise. It's just case 3 instead of else if x is 3. More concise. There's also the useful fall through. We can have one statement that multiple cases you might execute, while if statements would read that statement present in each of their statements. Excuse me. Loops are, I don't know. Loops are like code? What do you call them? Loops are a data structure. Loops are, I don't know. Structures? Let us run code multiple times depending on the variables or other things. For loop with a known integer increment and executes the increment and executes it code until current none is greater than 10. Code uses while true loop that infinitely executes until something until the if statement is true, if statement's condition is true, triggers a break. Do while for. Anything else? I think that's it. When's my hotel? Fucking 44? Oh, it's not much more. Break statements exit the go to the code, so execution presents the next line of code. Well, next statement. Twisters, random device, or OS values, standard phono, steady clock. You don't want steady clock. Or other PRMGs. Large high periodicity, large states, and are pretty. Is a standard seed sequence to seed for some twisters. Still have to warm it up. Warm it up is running a PRMG until value or until it's accurate and large enough that future iterations yield two characteristics. Appears sufficiently random. Standard phonos steady clock. It's time, so it's more random than values. One. Code coverage is the percent of statements in a unit / section of code, and then that is run a test. Edit tests to get 100% of code coverage. Ideally, coverage. So you run all code, put in all code, then you just have all code, then so you run all possibilities. And covering all statements. Assertions are shortcuts of doing if statements or switch cases, or if statements with separate, then an if statement with a and subsequent standard exit, or standard abort. You assert that some condition is true, and if that condition evaluates to false, when the assert executes, then abort is run, and the condition, line, file are printed. Use the logical and operator to include the always true piece string to describe the error. Like assert player health is greater than 0 and player can't be dead. An invalid input by checking if standard character input is false, or if it is, the last instruction from the input buffer failed. If it failed, check if standard character input .uf is true, indicate which determines whether the UF character / instruction was true. If so, the input buffer will be disconnected. So, the program. If standard is false, character input is false. Oh. But UF is not true, or is false. Then just clear the input buffer, reset it, and remove the failure flag. The standard character input.ignore. Then use clear ignore to remove all input. Semantic errors are errors of semantic. Semantic errors are errors of meaning where misunderstandings / faulty assumptions lead to creating syntactically correct code that doesn't yield a compiler / linker error. that yields an unwanted case, like assigning values during if statement condition, which is valid, but likely not wanted. Not wanted. Why is it not wanted? Because values are probably true. Well, I mean, it's probably true because we're assigning shit to something. So if we're assigning a string or anything to something, or if a variable is a string, and we're assigning a string to that variable, the variable is going to return true and we convert it to an integer. Because it's going to convert to 1 or greater. So, boom. Because it's not clear what the result is. It's probably true. Could misunderstand a for loop condition and give a 1 and off by 1 error. What's another syntactic or semantic error? Not catching fall through. Probably gives warnings. You can remove the fall through. How do you even do that though? Fall through. Do you just do a fall through statement? What does it even look like? What? Okay. Oh. Oh, you can put it like that, I think. That's what I thought. Boom, let's get it. Oh, here it fucking comes. Put this shit down. I'm gonna drink some water. Got 10 more minutes to test. Oof. Oof. Okay. Let me polish it, yo. Oh, I think I ran out of Pro, bro. Enhancements, huh? Bro, I don't need to put extra, bro. Form some action. Expression statements, declaration statements, definition statements, compound statements. Blocks that do multiple things. Sets the initial value, assignment changes it afterwards. For safety. Oh yeah, because brace initialization captures narrowing conversions. Never mind. Whoops. Inline is the one that flushes the output buffer, not the other one. So we don't need to flush it every single time. Allegedly, even though it comes out. Uninitialized variables cause undefined behavior. Yes. Yeah, because if it's uninitialized, we don't know exactly. It's going to be a garbage value. And garbage value, if it's a value that's not known, it's not defined by C++ to say, hey, do this to your empty ass variable, assign 0 to them. Well, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, yo. Yep. Yeah, no digit, no spaces, underscore for the non-user defined ones, probably. Literal, cool. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Circular dependencies meaning this depends on this, depends on this. So if we just include this guy here, this guy come here, we're good to go. Or if we just, well, yeah. Yep. Portable, still. Portable is the point here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, yeah, that's what I... Okay, whatever. Stepping over and stepping into. Yep, going... Hey, what is going on inside this file, bro? What is going on inside this function? What is happening? Are we just returning the proper value? Yeah, because we get more value for them. Because they have more of the... We're only using positive shit. Because there's no negative size of something or negative amount of bits. So, a byte goes farther. It's not 4, and then 2 is discarded on the negative. Gotcha, so it is implicitly converted, gotcha. For static casts, yep, to make sure that it's actually converted and there's no implicit wonkiness. File time stuff, yep. Non-owning, lightweight, we're just accessing the address. Seems like a pointer to something. Pre is better, it's more efficient, noted. It's probably because we changed something and then evaluate it instead of evaluating it and then using the evaluated value. Oh, well, I guess it's we assign it and then we evaluate it instead of evaluating it and then adding to it after. I'm not sure. Non-primitive. Non-primitive meaning non-integral? I don't know. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Logical or and or and not. Gotcha. Whoops, that was a mistake. So relational. Relation versus logic. Logic is and or. Is it? So there's equivalence, but then there's the not something. And equivalent to this or something? Okay. Subresolution. Static Const expression. Yep. Right, what? Oh, but yeah, because I could give guys internal linkage. So I can make a function static, or I can make a variable constant. For random and uniform standard distribution. Ah, I forgot about uniform int distributions. Cool. Okay. The logicals. Logical operator, so relational logic. This and this. So logic is like combining. Logic is how we combine conditions. This and this, or this, and this, not something. So you can modify conditions. Excuse me. Or join them. Logic. Logic is more involved in conditions versus, well, they're both like that. They're both in conditions, but okay. I think that's good.